Okay, we're working on our valve train today for the 45 motor. So we're going to cut down collars here. So these are the upper ones we're using, these are the lower ones. This here is the valve spring we're using. So this is off some Jap turbo car. And these are two custom valves I had made up. So we're making up our valve spring components to go into here. So that's what we're working on. And the keepers are over here someplace. That's the keeper we're using. So there, you can go buy your own junk. Alright, so we're going to cut these things down to work with this spring, so they're a little bit too big in diameter. There, same on this one, a little bit too big. So we're working on that right now. Customers learn how to use a lathe. This is our sample. Looks like that. This is the other sample. So this is our kit we're making. So we're cutting these here out of these big ones. So right now we're doing our first cut. Why'd you cut this one so much?
I went to 5.
Yeah, well, obviously something moved, so we're cutting it down or stop cutting. That's too small now, I bet.
No, I don't think so. Still an inch.
Should be under an inch for now. 994 is under an inch. And don't cut them that small. Stop when you hit the edge. When you get to the edge, just stop. See, you can see it, they're just right at the edge, just under it. Junk off of it. When you get close, just stop. See, that one's cut pretty small. So anyway, we're cutting these down for now. We have to do a different setup to cut them smaller. And then we'll be cutting these lowers down after that. So, looks like this one we're done. Bit holding up?
Yeah, it's okay. Doesn't like trimming the end.
I can't cut the end. What, you try cutting the end again?
Yeah.
It does, there's no bit, you're cutting my tool. The tool's doing the cutting, not the bit, so don't do that. That's why I said it was where that lip don't cut. Get ready for a new job? Make you a lathe operator. Manual lathe operator.
Yeah, I need a computer lathe.
It's just like a wood lathe, isn't it?
Wood lathe is down here. I think I'm at the end right there.
Yep, you're good. What number you want up this time? 3? Yeah. Obviously this thing's moved a little bit, so. Yeah.
105.
That's 50. 53. We got 53 more to go. Which is good. We'll work that out later. I can't do it with one hand. Don't lay that face down, it screws up the lens. Perfect. Couple more to go. 5 more. 2, 4. So you got 1 set, 2 set, 3 set. You got 2 extra. 3 extra. You got 1 here. Good. We have 3 valve motors. So these collars are through hardened, so they're hard all the way through. backing that up doesn't do anything. Too much free play. You're not even cutting off. Running across is all you're doing. I guess not working. Let me see it. It's done. That's the one with lantern size. See the radius edge there? It's supposed to be sharp. Time for a change the other bit. See how this one works. Not happy either. One more time. It's a nice thick collar now. Look how thick that thing is. That bit is not happy. But we don't care, do we? Hot, hot, hot. Warmed up. 4 more to go with this one. Think the bit will make it? I think it's already dull. Think of some of those chunks we heard, it chunks some of the bit off. Sometimes we break the bit off, it cuts better. It gets to be sharp edges.
It's got a sharp edge.
It should be sharp edges more.
Like a flint arrowhead.
Yeah. Oh, I like that noise. Cuts good. Oh yeah. I think I got the broken in. It sharpened itself up. Might be hot. Maybe just a little bit. Too deep.
Is that the sound the cutter makes when it's eating the chuck?
Yeah, it was rubbing on it. See, there's a gap between the bit and the actual holder. The holder's over next to the chuck. See, the bit's supposed to stick out more than the holder, but it's been sharpened so many times. Doesn't do that anymore. Carbide will cut no matter what. It just takes heat and pressure. It'll burn through anything. Just about anything. Sometimes you gotta get it glowing red hot before it'll cut. Like the grain races, we do those. Nice glow to it there. Hot. The hotter it is, the more less sharp your cutter is. If it's cutting correctly, it'll stay cool because the hot stuff cuts all the way and it goes away. The chip carries away the heat. When you're putting more heat in the part, that means you're not cutting very efficiently. That just means you push harder. You can't finish landscape by just to do that. My wrist is getting worked out. one of these. Alright. We abuse that cutter enough. Warm. Okay, now we gotta come up with a new way to do it. Okay, now we're gonna try this little spacer here and there. Now I'm gonna chuck only out that little bit. Actually, before I do that, this is our finished one. Get an idea of what we need to do here. First thing we're going to do is change out the bit. Thinking this one's not happy with us. It was cutting pretty good there. You can see the blunt edge is pretty well worn away. That's been resharpened a bunch of times. See how much smaller it is in this one? It's only worn a little. It's only been ground a couple times, right? These have all been ground too. Okay, this one here is a fairly good sharp edge. Relatively new. It's only been resharpened a couple times. Okay, make sure we get that zeroed. Set our depth mic here. There. So when we cut to 0, we should be pretty close to the same height. Might have to back it up one thou. Okay. Take this one you already cut down under 1 inch, I think. See, we're at 19 thou right now. We're leaving the radius chamfer's already in there. We're keeping good. Get the diameter. Another 1 inch. 20 to go, see? You cut 6 thou under. Okay, 20 thou should be 101. That's 1 inch, just a quarter of a thou over. She didn't clean this, I'm going to clean it up across the edge, because it cut too much. Extra 6 already. 5.5. I don't think they're going to miss that extra 5 there, are you? We need to chamfer this backside somehow a little bit. I can take my cutter and go in there and hit it lightly, but from this angle. But it's at the wrong angle, it's going to cut more than I want if I do it that way. So I'm going to wind up coming back around and somehow cutting that. And if I come in at the other side, yeah, I'm not sure how I did that originally. Let's see. Maybe coming out with a knife file. See, that has a chamfer, I radiused it over it. So that I can just cut this way. By hand. Good. Try to put this in there without jamming in there and poking me with it. See, if you jam it in the wedge, it jabs the file and it starts trying to poke you, and it'll put this right through my wrist if I'm not careful. Or it'll come back and hit me in the chest. Shouldn't be a problem, is there? You alright with that?
The paramedics aren't far away.
So, but I did the job, see?
Yeah.
A little dangerous, but yeah, whatever. Life's fun. Okay, that's one that's screwed up. Now this one here, we're going to try to do a better job. gotta set it, it goes quicker, so. How different there. Good. Jelly's a better finish than that one. Okay, this should have 2 more to go. 11.5 more to go. Yep. Missed it by 1. That's an extra towel I gave it. So I gave it an extra towel. Compensated. Yeah, I shouldn't have. Compensation is bad. Okay, I'm going to raise over there a little bit. See if we can put ourselves again. Chuck jaws in.
Nice and shiny.
Yeah, deburred it, that's all that matters. Looks like it belongs there. Clean the chips out. Get the job done. Alright, how many more we got to go? Full stack. Alright, we'll be back in a while. Alright, I've been working for an hour or so, at least. Getting these cut down. So I got 1 more to go right here. Before I switch over to the other side. It should be that one. So this is the one here we've been making. So anyway, they're coming along. So this is what it looks like before we get to it. Good view, but not good a view as before. I won't know until I look at the video. But anyway, put our spacer in here just like before. Shim it out so I can cut it without cutting into the chuck jaw. First thing I do is I shorten up the length. Away weight we don't need. Makes it look better too. Measure it. Off of it. Now to cut the OD down. across the face because I'm got room to do it now. Good idea where I'm at. Alright, should be pretty close. Allot maybe. Yep, good. Clear with allot. Every cut is different, different chip loads. Still relatively hard material we're dealing with here. Probably in the upper 30s on the Rockwell, if you know what that means. That was the dangerous part. There's what the piece looks like now. There's chamfer on the inside, so doesn't cut you. Looks good. I could get fancy and taper cut this thing and take more weight out. Yeah, it's good enough for what it is. It's not a race part, it's a street part. Don't need to get fancy. Alright, now we gotta figure out how we're gonna cut these down to look like this. So if I hold this in the lathe, the chuck jaw is getting away over here. So the chuck jaw is getting in the way of doing a cut. See how their chuck jaw is way up here and the part's way down here. So you can't cut straight to it. There's always going to be a lip. Some pipe. This thing's just nothing to go in there. So what I did on the other ones, I had this spacer in here. This has a lot less material to hold on to than the other one. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. It's not much to hold on to, but you can see how you got just a little bit to get in there with a cutter. I got a lot of cutting to do, so I'm thinking this might blow out of here. So probably what I can do, I can come over and back it up with a center over there. Push in the middle of this to hold it. That way I can't flip out of here. I'm not worried about driving it, it's just holding it so it doesn't flop out. So I might try something like that. So let's see how that works. True. Gonna need that no more. Oops. Somebody dropped something. That should work. Kind of on a limited size though, but let it go in there pretty good. I just figure out I'm going to get cut down to this size here. First problem is this is in the way. That should give me plenty of room to get in there. This bit's already got a pretty good chip in it, so I'm not sure how much it's going to let me get in here. See what happens here. Or Harley doesn't want to cut on it. Oh, wonderful. This thing's dead hard. This thing is hard. Pretty good. Cut straight in. Whole thing off. Probably working like it actually. Let's see what hell we're at here. Nice and hot. Pretty close. Okay, this is 1 inch is what I'm going for. 1/129, just over 1 1/8. Put that damn thing back in there. Should some hot coming off of there. Okay. Put the mic in here, easier to read it. Looks like we got just over 20 thou to go. Now we're good. Down to 4. You read that or not? Carried away on that one. Yeah. Not too deep, 2.5 too deep. Sure I did that. Screwed up, that's how you get it. I don't know how I'll try this like I did before, I guess. A lot harder now. I don't like cutting that hard. I don't know if that even did anything. Yeah, let's do it this way. Alright, there's the part we just made. Yeah, it actually did knock the edge off. It is pretty sharp though. Surprised it did anything really. Alright. This is the one we're making. This is the one we just made. Look pretty close, see? So there's the spring washer. It goes in tight. Here's your top collar. It goes in loose. It's got about 8 thou clearance on it at most. Ideally, it should have been a press-in like this, but oh well. Well, there's our spring kit. So it looks like. So we could cut these ODs down by 100 thou and it would still work if we wanted to lighten these up even further. You only have to be basically just over halfway above the spring ideally. 2/3 is all you need. Anything over that doesn't matter. Racers run down to half cover, that's pushing it. But like I said, if you tapered this and cut it all down real thin, you can take a lot more weight out of this. But I'm not doing a race bike, I'm doing a street bike. That's all you really got to do to make it work. Alright, now I got a whole stack of those to do over there. I bet you my bit don't last that long. I can guarantee you they won't hold up. So these washers are probably at least 50 Rockwell right now. They're so thin they're through hard that hard. So I'm surprised the cutter even cut it. Once it started getting in there, it cut a little bit easier, but it was probably dropped into the low 40s Rockwell at most, 45 maybe. So still pretty damn hard. Hard cutting. This is going to go through some carbide. Pretty well killed 2 bits doing the other job, so. My backer in there. All right. Down, you can see a little bit. To be able to work here where I'm at. Be hard to see what's going on. It's in my way. All right, see if I can work doing it this way. Everything's in my way. We're just going to plunge straight in on this thing. Steadily into it. Zero. Not sure what size I have to go to. Be a bitch if I went too far. Close. Oh yeah. Good thing I stopped where I did. Okay, I got a 30 thou more to go. Not even that much really because it's on high spots. Okay, clean this thing off, make it even. See how hard that is? Yep, the end of the vise there, or the chuck, not good. Don't feed into your truck, that's bad for it. The bit's pretty radius, that's why it does that. Yeah, I'm way too small on this one. Yeah. There's 0. Yeah, I'm 15 under. Screwed that one up. Screwed that up big time. Oh well. Special lightweight edition. Don't go to 0 next time. Stop at 12. Chamfer here to knock off the chip. Okay. I'm going to try to file this a little bit. Can't have the camera in the way when I'm filing. This is dangerous as a poke right through my hand. It pushes real hard. That doesn't feel like it's even cutting. It's killing the file, I'm sure. Okay, there's that one. It's working. Yep. Down to 83. Special lightweight version. See, it's smaller diameter now, see? See the difference? Alright, screw up. I'm surprised that I'm cutting that good. I'm lucky I can just plunge it straight in. I'm actually shocked it's doing that. I'll take it. Again, do the same thing. This time don't go as deep. Stop before you get the number. See, this time I remember what I'm doing, so yeah. Put the camera over here. See how I'm turning it, what speed I'm turning this at. There's our contact. Our speed. Heavy pressure on it. It's obviously right at the right temperature and pressure. It's just cutting like butter. I can't believe it. As hard as I'm pushing on this thing. I'm up here, I'm going to stop here in a minute. 11. See right there. Feel going through the hard surface and the core is a little softer. That's why it's even cutting. I'm cutting on the core. Hard surface is kind of falling away. Okay, this time we're 15 over. I left 15. Why are we 15 over? Actually, I left 20. It's not cutting consistent. That doesn't surprise me. Hard metal does not like to cut. Okay, we're 5 over right now. set this to 0. One thou up. I'll get rid of that one thou. Didn't do squat. Here going through the hard surface, soft, not even hitting, and hit the hard again. Listen to the speaker and you hear it. Okay, we're gonna leave the one thou on there. Okay, sharing for the bottom edge. Dull file again. File does anything really. Okay, take that off. Look, it's so tight. Okay, there's the next one. Semi-sharp on the edge. Okay, that should be 101. Nope. 9995. I'm a half a thou under. Okay. There's 1 inch right there. Right on the money. That's how it's supposed to look. One hole more stack to go. That'll take a while to do. Bingo. See, all these custom parts are custom made. It takes time. It's part of the expense of doing these custom motors. Of course, you're not even seeing all the development time. You're seeing the machine time. All the time it takes to make the parts, find the parts to make them from, find out if it works or not, and then produce it. We're in the production point right now. Yeah. Okay. Do this again. Catch it again this time. Okay, we're going to do a feeding that thing in. See how hard that is? And just start grabbing the hole of the right tension. This is the pressure. Just cut right on in there like butter. Shock this cutter even a little bit. So I'm cutting through the core, that's why I can even do this. It's like a sandwich, you cut through the peanut butter in the middle. Okay, there's 6 thou from the end. 1 hard surface. Man, that's hard. There's the other hard surface. 2 more thou. Okay, that should be 2 thou from what I need. And as usual, it's not. It's 13 thou up. Supposed to be right on the money. 2 thou above money, I should say. So my guess is the cutter's disappearing, or the whole cutter's moving the machine over there. have to take it down a little at a time. Hopefully we don't go too much again. Looks like we're about 2.5 on dial there. Give it a couple more thou. See, that is 8.5 thou bigger, smaller than what it should be right now. Bigger than what it should be, I guess, not cutting the same. As we cut, there's still one up. And then we had one up before and it was right on the money, so I'm going to stop. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share it to the bottom. The chip's in the way I can't see, but I know where it's going to be. It's right there. Okay. Do our file trick. There we go. Oop. Drop the washer. There we go. Cut it the chip. That's what we just cut off. Here's what it looks like. And this time we got 9990. 9998. 9, so that's 1 to 2 thou under. Considering how hard this material is, that's pretty good. I don't know if you can see it, but it'll be really bright on the outside edges and a little bit duller in the center. Because it's really hard on the two sides. Alright, well, that's how you do it. So I'm going to continue doing these. So I could put that spacer in there. Right there. Torque. Put the support in. If you didn't have the support in there, it would rip it out of the way, guaranteed. Tension, good. Alright, that's it for now. We're going to be back here in a little while. Got a whole stack of these to make right here. We have equal quantity of spring kits here. Alright, that's it for now. Alright, I'm all done cutting on these now. Got a whole pile of them in here. There's 3 full sets in there for 3 different stroker motors. So these are the ones that are left over. So this is the kit setup we're going to use. So here's your valve. Here's your lower collar. You got your spring, got your upper collar, you got your 2 keepers. And then the valve cover. All this goes inside the valve cover here. So that's how it all works together. So let me show you a setup right here. Here where things are coming from here. So the trick is to have a spring small enough to fit inside your cover here. So that fits right in there nice and smooth. Next thing you want to have a nice strong valve. No fatigue in places. This is a radius bead groove. So that means that the keeper has a radius on it. So those hold really strong and don't really come loose. Unlike the straight ones, which can pop out. So basically you got the lower collar here, goes in the spring. Got your upper, and you got your bead lock. It goes together just like that on your valve. These have about 80 pounds on the seat, I think, and 170 or something open, 160, I forget. It's adequate for a street bike. So anyway, that's what it looks like. You got plenty of room up here for your adjust your tappets, no problem. On a Flathead it goes like this. So it works pretty good. Mix it all out, will fit inside the stock cover right here with no effort at all. And that goes in there like that. And your upper cover goes over this to hide everything. So you got full access in here. You don't have a cover that sits too long or something like that. If you want a real short spring, it's buried up in here. You can't adjust it. You can't get to it. So this works pretty good. And if you got to shim it, you got plenty of room to make shims. So that's how you do it. Nice, quick, and simple. Good. And these will bite in pretty hard. They're not super hard. They will rotate a little bit, but they go together and they'll stay put without falling out. So obviously they're not rocking around like Harley ones do. But it doesn't take much to make them pop, see? And here's the exhaust valve, same thing. These are 5/16 valves. Stock Harley ones are 1132. So it does the same thing. Same problem. Also have a lot of 7mm stuff. To do 7mm, I gotta use a different keeper, so I use this keeper for 7mm. So the smaller stem. So got two different style valves. 7mm stuff is just a lot smaller. I don't have one laying out here right now, but I have those two. Those I made bigger because I figured those are racing valves, so they're made even bigger than these. So anyway, that's how you do it. So I got the valve train kind of figured out for now. Have to go from there, and I can use an evolution valve guide for doing these. Just want them out. And now with the 7mm twin cam guide, you can use a twin cam guide to get your 7mm now. In the old days you didn't have it, oddball stuff, but now they make stuff, so it makes it easier. Okay, that's it for this for tonight, and spent all day cutting collars. Oh boy.